Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? Doing good? On this Saturday, July 20th? What are we like for viewership numbers so far? We also should put that there's drops on this because it always gets people more excited. Do, 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 do. Creator dashboard. Okie dokie. Next thing's next. So we're at 27 viewers right now, I think. Yeah. A bit of a stuffed nose and cough. I'll try and mute it, but if I feel a cough coming on, if I don't, I do heartily apologize ahead of time. I swear I'm not trying to blow out your eardrums, so sorry about that. But yeah, we are past 1 o'clock, so we more or less can get this going. Scud is MIA at the moment. Hopefully we're doing this soon. If not, that's all right. I can handle this on my own. We have the World Series matchup for the Miners here. It's my 8th or 9th year actually doing this in a row as far as covering the Miners World Series. So we are at it again. My nice little custom graphic there. And in my defense, Southworth, and for anyone watching, I copy-pasted the info that was from the team's info pages. Neither the Flamingos or Wheelers have any other logos linked or updated since the Discord image ban. So because of that, what you have there is what you're going to get, because unfortunately I don't have access to any of their custom logos to make a better graphic. I thought I would take a screenshot of the GMs to represent of who is going to be the GMs coming into today, but I'm going to assume that both are wildly inaccurate because I am still the co-GM of the Wheelers, as I was one of the GMs for literally half a season back in season 34, I think, for the Wheelers, and it has not been updated since then because I was the last person to update it. So this is my way of calling out the GMs of the Miners teams. Update your pages. This is embarrassing. So get it done so we can get proper graphics in here. Heading into this, I'll leave Scud's bar up for now. Again, hopefully they join. If not, then everyone will just be like, where's Scud? What else do I need to update? There we go. So Anchorage is in the files again, so we don't have to change that one. 0 and 0. All right, I think we're good to go. So we can get this started here. I am in the playoff server. Do have access to all the channels. So for the Mingos and the Wheelers, I can see your channels, so please, if you have any changes to make, please make them. By the looks of it, the Wheelers haven't made any changes since July or June 1st, so maybe they can't, or sorry, not can't, maybe they won't be making any. I do see some from the Mingos recently, so I'll probably have to keep an eye out for that. Without further ado, we will head into this. How's it going, Shani? We're going to hit manage game. I don't know if anyone can post up some bets. I think that'd be appreciated. Even if it's just simply who wins this game so people can throw out their channel points. We'll see if there's anything that's tossed up for this game. If not, then I guess I can start doing that as well. Maybe add an extra 2 million onto my pay for doing the stream. Not sure if that's legal, but we'll see. There's a prediction. We did it, team. Over under hits, 17.5 hits. Get those points getting spent. What else are you going to use them for? It takes almost forever to get to enough, which is 10k to get a million cash out in PBE. So you might as well bet them. I'll let this run for about 30-40 seconds, and then we'll head into the game. How is everyone today? How are you all doing? Is everyone having a good weekend so far? Wheelers have had a little bit more of a traveled playoff appearance here. They've played 7 games versus the Mingos 5. Mingos keep taking a year or two off before they're in the finals again, and here they are once more. This is Anchorage's 2nd in a row. I believe they won the last one, so trying to defend the title. Where are we sitting at bets? No one's going to vote over on hits. This is the minors. Hits are always on the menu. Colby, are you on the Mingos? I would assume so, because Anchorage was in the finals last year. There you go. My finger has not been on the league as much as I normally would like lately. Maybe it's kept me busy. And then I was away this entire week on vacation, so just got back yesterday. All right, we will get this going. Unders favored for hits. People think we're going to have a pitching matchup here in the minors. Godspeed on those bets. Let's hit save one more time just to make sure. And make sure I'm on world scores. Yes, pretty sure I double checked to make sure that we were all good. So, taking a look at lineups here. Looks like the Mingos hold the advantage going into the finals here, as they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 3 with a couple of ties. Bottom of the lineups for both teams pretty weak for the minors. So we'll see if that comes into play. As usual, pitching will be a huge part because there's anything we know is that if anyone makes a reliever and they're semi-active, those minors GMs are going to be getting down on their knees and begging them to switch to starting pitcher. So, just, so we can have these matchups that we have. So, I think that's good. We will head into this. I might have to turn off, let's turn off Baseball News Network because we will not need it. And we will get this one on our way. A little quiet. Define a little quiet. My sound is at max for this right now. I can switch channels. I'm a little worried about it because in the past when I've done that, it's made a lot of static or it will cut out at points. If anyone else thinks I'm quiet, please do let me know. I can try to tinker here a bit. But we'll get into this and we'll get game 1 going. Yeah. Let's go. Game 1 is underway. Mingos starting off here on the road. That's going to be a pop up to third and caught. Let's actually get rid of that out of town scoreboard so it's not in the way. And then we have a single here by a Bon Appetit. Not known to steal, so you don't need to watch for it. Okay, don't know why you got to be careful or exact with these escape hits. What it's doing its thing. Okay, perfect. Get rid of BNN. And go. Runners on first and second. 2 outs to work with. Is that going to be deep enough? I do not think, as that is going to be thrown in. Wheelers trying to get out of the inning without allowing a run, but nice little single by Bonga into right will cash the first run of the game and the World Series. And then Prosper does pretty much the exact same thing as we have 2 across the board now, runners back on the corners. There was a little hit and run here going, and no throw made to first. So the Mingos increased that lead to 3. Velo's day might be done early here, as they've allowed 5 hits, but will finally get out of the first inning. Wheelers hoping they can answer immediately to stay in this game. 3 runs is not insurmountable, especially in the minors. As Bailey III will lead us off with a single. We'll see if they go for second. There they go. But throw is in by Country Mile, and they are out. First out of the game. Von Caliente. It's got to be their 4th or 5th minor season now. It's going to pop out to center field. That's 2 out. Plainview is going to drop this in front of the center fielder. That's going to be thrown in. Not known to steal, so you don't need to watch for it. Gino Wallace draws a walk. 2 out rally here, question mark. Red hot batter 43. Can't continue the streak as that will be popped out into center right. There is a bit of a line out there by Gagne. Becker will do a little more direct path. This is popped up center field and caught. And Bon Appetit is going to sky this one into right. So 3 pop flies in a row. Nice recovery inning there for Velo. Hartzman hit, hard hit ball drops in front of the center fielder. There's a single. Alou. That's a double play ball, but it's the minors, so trying to turn one of those seems almost impossible. They'll get the leadoff runner, though. There's a strikeout there. I think that's their first of the game between both pitchers. That's the 3rd to 2nd. They'll get the out, and Anchorage still held off the board. They're getting hits, at least. Big run there by the shortstop. Gonna get the out. That one is a staring strikeout by the Tomato the 2nd. Bunga to center field. That's got a bit of distance, but will be caught just shy of the warning track. Another quick 1-2-3. Steelers hoping their offense here can pick up as a little deceptive kind of fly ball there. Bailey's able to get that to drop out and left. Caliente will follow it up with a strikeout. Oh, and then we've got a pickoff play happening. And the runner will get tossed out at second to Bailey as we have a little back and forth there. But return to your scheduled programming here as Plainview will get tossed out at first. Hello, D-Sleep. Steering strikeout there by Prosper. Phillip will step up. They're going to hit it right to the first baseman. Routine play there on the bag. Slamus goes into the gap. That's going to be at least a double as they will stand up there. 2 out double. Gagne going to not be able to drop this into right. That is caught. Mingos will have to stay at 3. Quick pause from little cough there. Sorry about that. Gino Wallace is out. 43 is going to step up. They've got some distance on that. That's got some pep. That's got some carry. See you later. Solo blast gets the Wheelie Boys on the board. 3-1 now. Hartman goes up the middle. That's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Maybe that was the momentum they were looking for. Alou to the second baseman. They will turn the double play, so I will eat my words after that one. Becker is going to sky this one into right. That is caught. Bon Appetit steps up. That's to the shortstop. They're out at first. Callahan is able to draw a walk and keep a 2-out rally opportunity going. Tomato the 2nd. Ooh, aggressive base running. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Bunga's got to get a hit here to drive in that run, but that will be a ground out to shortstop. Mingo's threatening, but can't put the runs on the board. Danks. That's to the second baseman. They're out at first. Trentau. To right field. That'll touch down. Runners going hard for second, and they will get in safe. Bailey the 3rd. To shortstop. Plays man at first. Runner does not move up. Caliente over the first baseman's head. That's into the corner. That's going to be a double, and that's going to be the lead down to just 1. Wheelers chipping away here. 2 on, 2 out. Gian Wallace draws a walk. Bases loaded situation here. Swishman against red hot 43. 43 grounds out, and they're out at first. Mingo's big sigh of relief here as they're able to get out with only 1 run against. Wheelers feeling like maybe more could have been done. Jake Mitchell Jr. is in as... oh, is that a double play? No, they'll just get the one. That was almost sneaky. 2 out. That is going to be your 3rd out. Free out in foul territory there. As her score remains 3-2. Nice 2-inning relief appearance there as Toll Trade is in for the Mingos as they are into the pen now. That one is hit into center field and caught. 2 out. Danks. It will drop that one into center field. Not known to steal, so we don't need to watch for it. Let's see. This one hit into right. That'll touch down. Runners moving to the corners. A single will tie this. Wheeler's got the momentum here with the hits. Oh, can they make the play at first? They will. Wheelers, they are pushing. Mingos are holding like Hodor on the door. There is 2 groundouts there as after the first inning, the Mingos offense has dried up. They had 5 hits in the first and have only managed 2 since. Wheelers, on the other hand, they've got some momentum building. Caliente draws the walk. That's hit hard, deep. Oh, that's caught at the wall. This one, a little bit less on it. That'll be caught. Right fielder getting all the work here this inning. 43 red hot. Is this going to drop? No. Looked like one of those old OOTP shifty moments that could have happened. Almost God plugging Tahini. Our own commissioner telling us to ignore the Miners World Series and pay attention to his. For shame. There's a runner on there for the Mingos, but strikeout followed by a grounder. Is that going to be double play? No. But 2 outs now. 1 runner on. There's a walk as Joe Random is in now. That's hit hard, deep, but not deep enough as that will be caught center field. We are heading to the bottom of the 8th. You have to feel the momentum's on the Wheelers' side as that's going to be past the shortstop there. Hartman with a little nice single. Aloo! Line drive. That looked like it had the speed needed, but I'm sorry, I got everyone excited. That's going to be a double play. We are into walk-off territory now. Gagne is going to lead us off with a strikeout. Becker is going to drop this from the left. No one of the Mingos really steals, so it's got to be done by hits and walks. As there's a single there up the middle by Napatit. Callahan. Oh, they go up the middle. Are they going to send the runner? They are. Here comes the throw. Oh, it's not in time. They're able to double the lead. 2 runners still on. 2 outs left to work with. Wild pitch. No one moves. Tomato the second. Gets a hold of that one. That's into the gap. That's off the wall. That's just going to be a single, though. But they do score again. This one popped up in right. I don't think they'll send any runners. Oh, they do. Never mind. Throw is not in time. So runners on the corner. 2 out. This one, they try to go up the middle. Oh, there's no play. The shortstop knocks it down but cannot make a throw. That's a 3-run top of the 9th. The Wheelers falling apart here late. As this pen is getting eaten up here a little bit. There's a grounder shortstop. They'll finally get the out, but they have a 4-run to tie it, 5 runs to win it. Bottom of the 9th. They're going to have to generate here, and we're starting off with the number 9 hitter. Ransom Jones is in, and they'll immediately get a pop-up center field. Center field had to run quite a bit to get there, but they did. Bailey the third down and strikes. 1 out left. Can the Mingos steal one on the road? Well, a little bit of a curveball there. Throws not in time to first, so we are still going here. Plainview. Up the middle. That'll drop. 2 on. 2 out. Still not the tying run at the plate, but this will be huge. That's going to the right. That's gone. See you later. 3-run blast. just like that, we have ourselves a game here. Mingos, we'll see if they switch the pitcher. They do. Here comes swing and a miss. That's to the pitcher. They'll make the play at first. Of course, OOTP. You give some hope and some stress for each team, and you snatch it away with a absolute dud of an out. OOTP, when will you learn? 6-5 is your final. Both teams putting up 3 runs in the 9th, but obviously the Mingos coming out on top here. Combined 27 hits. Unders in shambles for the bet. Down to pitching. Both teams actually used the same amount of relievers, believe it or not. Swishman went only 1 out further than Velo before we started hitting the pens, so we'll see if that affects us as we move along. Player of the game, though, was Ted Gianwallace on the Wheelers in the losing cause. All right, we're going to leave the game. We're going to punch save. Move forward a day, and I'm going to be checking messages between the two teams, see if there's any changes to be made. If we could get a bet up in that time, would be much appreciated. Keep things moving along. All right, Mingos do have a change. Pitching. Rental trade. Oh my God, so many relievers. No roll. Okay, Southworth, I'm assuming you are on stream so you can see that change is done. I don't see anything for the Wheelers. We'll leave it a little bit. I don't know, Hummus. Give me a second. I didn't actually get a chance to message them. I was running around playing in the water table with the wee one right before stream. Let me just double check that he was for today. Yeah, he did sign up for today, so. All right, game 2 over under walks, 7.5. This one's a bit tricky for me. I'm not sure if I could suggest which way to go on that, because I is so low in the minors for most players. Let me check playoff servers again. Mingos, we made their change. Still nothing from the Wheelers. We'll wait another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll get this going. All right, on to game 2. Florida leads 1-0. With our format here in the finals being 2-3-2, literally stealing one on the road is massive. Not to say the Wheelers don't have the capacity to take one on the road, back off the Mingos over the next 3, but there's always that little home field advantage buff. So going down 2-0 here for the Wheelers, I think would be crushing to their hopes of taking a title here. So I think this is absolutely imperative the Wheelers take this. There is an off day in between each part of the series, so getting to the bullpen in this game, I think it would help a little bit, but I don't think it's quite as crucial. essentially game 3, if you can get deep into a team's pen, you are going to cause some big issues for games 4 and 5. But we will get this going here. We kind of covered the spread of the teams. Still no changes to the Wheelers, so we're good to go. All right, let's get it going. Game 2. Becker is up to lead us off against Clay Holmes. That one's going to be Scud in the center field and caught. Bon appetit. Ooh, little floater over the first baseman's head. Sneaky, sneaky. There's a single there. That one is hit kind of more or less at the left fielder, so there's your second out. Tomato the second. Red hot. Is it going to sneak this between the shortstop and third baseman? 2 on, 2 out. That's going to be right at the pitcher. They will make the throw at first, so Mingo's leading us off with 2 hits, but no runs this time around. Wade Silliams Jr. is going to strike out Bailey the third. Caliente is going to hit this kind of more or less at the center fielder. Plainview, 2 shortstop, 2 first. Nice 1-2-3 inning there for Silliams Jr. Clay Holmes going to get a ground out here on Prosper. Nice arm from third to gun the runner out going to first. That is a swinging strikeout there by Phillip Slamus. Over the third baseman head into the corner. They're going to chug hard for a second, and that is a double. Gagne to the second baseman, 2 first, and that is going to end it here. Wheeler's still looking for their first hit of the game as Gino Alice will pop up. 43. Still marked as red hot, but that might go away here soon with strikeouts like that. And another 1-2-3 here inning for Silliams Jr. Becker's going to walk. That is 2 the second baseman, 2 shortstop, 2 first, and that is a double play. Pop up there to center field. Caught. And if we want our pitcher's duel, this seems to be the one for this so far. That's lined out to center field. Danks is going to put this one into the gap. That is a double for them. Sliding in for effect. Trentau. 2 first. They're going to touch up, but runner is able to move to third. They need a single to drive in this run. Big, long run there for right fielder, but they will get there in time. Still zeros on the board for both teams through 3. Tomato second scorched that one past the first baseman. There's a single. Over the second baseman's head into the outfield, running hard to third. Runners on the corner, no outs. Great chance to get a run on the board here. They will pay a out to get it done here. 1-0 though, and there's a double play. So 1 is all they're going to have to be able to settle for right now. Caliente to the first baseman. There's your first out. Plainview. That is picked up by the second baseman. They are tossed out at first. Gia Nuwalis swinging strikeout. Sims Jr. on cruise control right now here for the Mingos. Slamus, that's popped up to center field. Gagne down on strikes. Becker into right field. That'll be caught. Quick inning there. We are scorching along here as we are in the 5th now. There is your first out. 43 Jr. does lose the hot symbol here as Hartman grounds out. Alou pops up to left. And that's caught. Still only 1 hit here for the Wheelers. Luckily for them, their defensive side is holding them in this. Callahan down on strikes. Tomato, red hot, is going to keep this going as they drop in a single. Unfortunately, no one around them is able to push them up and in. As that continues, is Bonga down on strikes. Danks to short. They're out at first. Trentau. That's going to drop in front of left field, so there's a single. Runner's going, and they're safe this time. That's to short, to first. Another out here, so 2 out, 1 on. That's the first. They will do the work themselves as Wheeler's out hitting but not out scoring. Strike out there by Prosper. Phillip to the second baseman. They're out at first. Slamus able to draw a walk, so 2 out rally, question mark. That's the third to second, and there is an out. 9 outs left here to work with the Wheelers, just like that. Quick game here. Make it 8 outs as Plainview is going to get tossed out at first. That is past the third baseman that time, though, as Gino Alice is going to have a single. 43 skies that one into center field. Little stroll. They'll make the catch there, and that is right at the left fielder. This one hit into right field, will not drop as that's caught. Bon appetit. Down on strikes. Callahan. That one's going to be scorched in between the first and second baseman. There's a single to keep this going with 2 outs. That's the third, though, and they will make the play at first. Wheelers, 6 outs. Alou skies this one, but will be caught by the right fielder. Danks. Pitching change. Ransom Jones comes in. Had a bit of a rough outing last time, and unfortunately, shortstop can't help him out there. There's a pop out there. Runner on, 2 outs, back to the top of the order. Bailey the third will draw a walk. So 2 on, 2 out. Caliente is grounded out to the first baseman the last 2 at bats and will stare at a strikeout as they sit down. Mingos, their nice diving play in center field going to take away what could have been a single. Prosper gets a hold of this one. This one's going, a solo blast. Just like that, the Mingos double their lead. Still 2 outs left to work for, but that could be huge considering how the game is looking right now. A walk there by Phillip. That one's up the middle by Slamus. So 2 on, 1 out. Gagne. Bit of a black hole in the lineup, but will stink eye the pitcher and get them to throw it wild. They're going to draw a walk. Bases loaded. Back to the top of the lineup. Becker. They're going to squeeze it past. And there's 1. There's 2. Make it 4-0 now with 2 runners still on and 1 out. Napetit to the first baseman. That is the slowest throw I've ever seen. That thing was caught in anti-gravity. This one's going to drop in a right, and that is going to increase the lead to 5 as they continue the aggressive base running, pushing their way to third. This one is going to drop in the outfield, make it 6 as the Wheelers bullpen is falling apart. Make it 7. The runner's going to get thrown at third. Yep. Good old OOTP and its animations. They'll get the out. They got to the inning, about 7-0 now. Wow. Ransom Jones still in. Will get the first out with some assistance by the center fielder. Rafi Benitez comes in. They'll get a ground out by Gino Allison. 43, last chance for the Wheelers. 2 first. They're going to touch up, and a massive 2 games for the Mingos. They take both games 1 and 2 on the road. They're about to go home for 3 in a row. Wheelers backs against the wall here. Mingos, they just need to win 2 of the next 5. 7-0 is your final after that 9th inning rally. 4 hits, 2 RBIs for Crazy Tomato 2. They are on fire these last couple games. Total walks, 4 for Florida, 1 for Anchorage. So that's 5 walks total. Sims Jr. will get the win. Jones the hold. Holmes the loss. Player of the game is Wade Silliams Jr. Let's punch the old save button. we are going to move forward to tomorrow. The no games. Move forward one more day. Hit save one more time. And then we will have a look at the pitching. So, Mingos, this is where you're sitting at. I think pretty much everyone is rested. It's just Silliams Jr., who just pitched, and Swishman, who's your starter. If there's anyone specific... Oh, Ransom Jones is still at 45. If there's anyone else you really want to see, we can. But I'll move on to the Wheelers. Not even sure if they're here, the GMs, but... all three of your starters are gassed. Max Velo, who is supposed to be starting today, I believe. Or no, it's Bobby Walk. Sorry, never mind. You're okay so far. They're rested and good to go. We will check. All right, changes from the Mingos. That is not the Mingos. That is the Hepcats. Okay. Ren. Back at middle. And use more often. Ransom, none. None specified. Okay. Again, I have a feeling we won't hear from the Wheelers today. But we will give them time to submit some changes. Next prediction up is over under 9.5 runs. Keep in mind, game 1 we had, was it 13? And then game 2 we ended up with 7. So I'll hold a poll eventually, but since we gotta wait for some betting here and any team changes, what do people think I should recreate as? I'm like 2 seasons out. You know, it's gonna happen pretty soon. Am I making a batter or another pitcher? What do we think? I'm also starting to toss around names. Whether I combine a bunch of Hall of Fame named players into one name in an attempt to get back to the Hall of Fame, or a name that contains some of the worst performing players of all time to see if I can lead it to greatness. Nothing from the Wheelers. I think the Mingos are good. I think we will head into game 3 then. We have Bobby Walk against Hex Waters the 5th. All right. Last call for changes leading into game 3. But hear nothing in the next 15 seconds. So at the 20 mark, we will go. All right. Let's go. Oh, geez. Picking the Oakland A's park as your park. We might see some leaks sprung in the stands here at some point, or bleachers collapse. So hopefully no disaster happens with the old Coliseum. As there's a quick 1-2-3 there as the Mingos get out of the first inning. No runs against. And Becker leads us off with a single into right. That one is to shortstop, to second, to first, and there's a double play, so that washes out that leadoff hit. This one is to second baseman and tossed out at first. To answer the question there, Golden, yeah, it could be timing. Saturday streams are hit and miss. Honestly, I think that when it's this early in the day, there's probably less views because there's people that are probably like myself that have kids and stuff, and it's hard to sit and watch a stream for that kind of stuff. So, personally, I just like streaming earlier in the day because I got stuff to do. So, that is ground first, second, or sorry, pitcher second and first, and there's another double play. Still zeros on the board for both teams. Thanks for the subscription there, Parquad. 25 months. Legend. Bunga! Woo! Over the head. Little sneaky single into right there. 1 on, 1 out. That is going to drop in front of the center fielder. Runner thought about it, but they will return a second. This one's hit to third. That's a double play ball, and they will turn it. So Mingo's threatening, but the Anchorage defense coming in clutch. That one is hit in between the infielders and into the outfield. Revenue generally is for server costs for the different servers that we rent and have, as well as charity donations if there is a lot of excess. But generally it's used for, you know, raffles of OOTP for members of the league. Slamus is going to hit that one to the second baseman, but there is no throw, so a leadoff single. This one's hit hard, but not very deep, as that will be caught by the left fielder. Here's your first out of the game. That one is hit into the gap, as that is going to be not our first run of the game, but 2 on, 1 out. Bon Appetit, a single will get them on the board, but they're going to give a free out as that is into foul territory. There's your second out. Callahan, wild pitch. No one's able to run home, though. And that one is not going to drop as Mingo's another inning of threatening, another inning of no runs on the board. This one is hit into the outfield and will touch down, so that is a single. Up the middle here, Wheeler's got some momentum going. No outs, 2 on, opportunity for them. Make it bases loaded, no outs here, as Waters is in some trouble. And they're going to walk home the first run of the game. That's a yikes. Hartman gets a hold of that one. That should be our second run of the game, as that is as far as you can hit it without going out of the park. 2-0 now for the Wheelers. Strike out there. One more gets them out, and they'll make the play at second. As that jump there with the second baseman looked like it could have been an error, but no. Tomato second takes a walk. That one is skied by Bonga and caught in center field. Prosper. 2. Ooh, never mind. That is past the second baseman. Phillip cannot hold back the bat. And then this one is hit a little too much in the air. Wheelers leave the fourth with the lead. There is a walk there by Trantow to get us started. There goes a stolen base attempt, and they're in. Turning a walk into a double. This one is up the middle, and that's going to drop. Here comes the runner, and throw is in time. He's out. There's another stolen base attempt. They're safe. Wheeler's playing some small ball here. Unfortunately, could not add to that lead. We'll see if those 2 runs is enough, or if that throw out at home will be monumental later. Gandhi goes down on strikes. Becker gets a hold of that one. That's going deep and gone. I'll see you later. Solo blast. That lead is cut into half just like that. Bon Appetit comes up. That's hit to the left and caught. Walk trying to calm down here a bit. Will get out of the inning after giving up the home run. Mingo's defense has to hold now as they wait to get back on offense. Pitching change as Ren Toltrade is in. And they will get their defense to turn the double play, and they are out of the inning. Mingo's back up to bat here. Tomato the second goes down on strikes. That is to shortstop, but they can't get a hold of it, so Bonga gets a free pass to first. Prosper is going to get their leadoff runner picked off. And then Phillip to shortstop. A shortstop is literally making every single play this inning, and they will get out. No harm, no foul. Alou with a walk. Danks. That was caught by the shortstop. Trentau. To first, to shortstop, back to first. Double play. Slamus is going to sky this one to center field. Gagne draws a walk. Becker gets a hold of that one. Does that have enough? It does. It's gone. 2-run blast. See you later. Just like that, the Mingos are in the lead. If that run at home had not been tossed, it would be a tie. Pitching change, Wyatt in. Going to flash the leather and catch that one. Showing off their road hockey skills there. Callahan will draw a walk. Swinging strikeout there by Tomato. Second. Anchorage now back against the wall. 6 outs here to work with. Bailey the third, a single up the middle. It's how you want to start. We'll see if they run the bases. They won't have to, as that's into the gap. As Caliente has a double. Here comes the tying run. They're in. There's a triple. Hit the reset button, folks, here in the 8th. That one is not able to get out of the infield. Runner cannot go home. This one is hit deep and gone. Just like that, the Wheelers back out in front answer that 2-run inning with a 3-run of their own. 5-3. Swinging strikeout there by 43. Hartman is going to sky this one into center, but Wheelers answered when they need to. We'll see if the Florida offense can keep going. If the Wheeler boys can steal one on the road here early. There's a hit into center field for Bonga. Lead-off single. Prosper. That one will be caught by center fielder. Phillip. Up the middle. Runner can't push to third, so runner on second and first. Double play gets him out of it. Food poisoning is in. Is going to walk the batter. Bases loaded, 1 out. This one is skied into center. This should cash one more run. They move the runner to third. That lead is down to 1. That one is hit to the second base. They can't pick up the ball. Unfortunate, as that will tie the game. This one's hit into the gap. Off the top of the wall. That's going to be 1. Here comes 2. And just like that, a 4-run answer by the Mingos puts them up 7-5. And to add insult to injury, Callahan, see you later. 2-run blast. 9-5. 6-run rally. That is the flavor of the week here for the Mingos. 6 runs late again. This one is hit into left. They are not done as Tomato the second gets a single. Bonga, that will finally do it. Last 3 outs here for the Wheelers. It is the bottom of the lineup coming out. Alou. They hard shifted them, and it pays off as they are tossed out at first. Danks skies this one into center. That is caught. Trentau down on strikes. The Mingos sweating there late. Are able to pick this win up. They are now up 3-0. Apparently, I've done a terrible job updating the ticker up top, so we'll do that right away. Nope, not 13. There we go. Oh, sorry. We got some... Alright, nothing important. Alright, 9-5 is your final 15 hits from the Mingos. They're going to take game 3 here. Becker, 5 for 5, 4 RBIs in the leadoff spot for Florida. They hit 2 bombs this game. May not be the MVP of the series by the end, but MVP of this game for sure. Food poisoning gets the loss and the blown save. That ERA is a yikes for me, bruh. Hare gets the win. Player of the game, obviously Dustin Becker. And they tie the playoff game record with hits with 5. Make sure we hit save. Move forward today. And let's wait for some changes. Can Florida close it out? Meaning, do you think Florida will win game 4? Get your points down. Are we going to see a sweep, or can the Wheelers start to fight back here? Wait for team changes as well. I'm going to mute so I can blow my nose. Okie dokie. Nothing from the Mingos yet. Well, Wheelers are MIA. Can you see stamina? You sure can. Anyone in particular that you want to see? Bald Hair is at 72. Ransom Jones is at 68 for a reliever. Toll Trade is at 47. Swishman will obviously be a Hundo P. We'll do the Mingo Wheelers. I don't think they're here, but starter is going to be Max Philo. Food poisoning is Gas. Well, 58. Wyatt is at 56. Okey doke. Ren and Bald Hair as none. Oops. Wow, that's a lot of none specified. Okay. I think that's good. Like I said, I don't expect to hear from the Wheelers. I don't know where they are. Sad. So the thing that makes me sad is we do the minors almost the same time every year. Like I said, it's been 8 or 9 seasons in a row I've done this. It's always 1 p.m. But every time we do it, there's always one team where there's like the GMs just aren't here. So... Okay. Can Florida close it out? Yes. 14,000. No. 10. I'm going to bet on the no just so I can maybe steal some points or lose them horribly. I have to figure out who my allegiance will be to for minors teams soon again. Still with the Mingos right now, secretly, because won a title with them, so have to cheer for the Mingos a bit. I was only GM of the Wheelers for like 30 games, so nothing for the Wheelers. Wow, someone just put 77,000 down on no. So someone really thinks the Wheelies can push us to at least a game 5. World Series reverse sweep. Like in the majors, yes, I know of. Minors, I don't think so in recent memory. There might have been way back, but at least since I've been streaming, there has not been. I know as the Pathfinders GM, we were part of we had a 3-1 lead and then proceeded to lose the next 3, despite the other team's pen being gassed. But, and then I think the Voyagers were down 3-0 to Lunar Base, and then they won 4 in a row against them. I think. But I'm sure at some point it's happened in the minors, but like recently, at least since I've been streaming, no, it hasn't. There might have been like a 3-2 lead that a team won 4-3, but I don't think there's been a straight up, 0-3, 4 wins in a row. So, not to dash hopes. I've definitely seen it happen, but not recently. I think if there's any level it's going to happen in, I think the minors would be the one that would make the most sense because like how volatile it can be. So, but oh wow, we have. Oh my god, my brain. How many millions of PBE bucks is that? So we have 9. So we have 16 million PBE points worth bet right now. So yeah. If people were going to bet, this would be the time to do it. Let me throw some more points down, just because I can. There we go. All right. We will get started. Just double check. Yeah, still nothing from the Wheelers. So, here we go. Game 4. Can Florida close it out? Or the Wheelie's going to keep us going here. Max Velo against JC Swishman. Bailey III leads us off. That is going to be hit into left and caught by the center fielder. Caliente. Oh, wow. They went up the middle. The shortstop, was the flash there, but couldn't make the throw at first. Throw to first, though. That's going to be 2 out. Runner moves up to second. Gino Wallace, as that one is going to be caught in right. So, 1 hit on the board for the Wheelers, but no runs here early. Walk here by Becker. Bon Appetit goes down on strikes. Callahan is going to get this one past the second baseman. Runner goes to third. They're safe. So first and third, 1 out. Crazy Tomato 2 gets a hold of that one. That is going in. It is gone. See you later. 3-run blast. And just like that, Mingo's up 3-0 here in the first. Wheeler's backs on the wall now. If it wasn't already, it's phased through and it's now inside the warehouse. Prosper flies out. They'll finally get out of the inning. Their offense has to answer immediately here, I feel like, if they want to stay in this game. 43 will ground out. Hartman strikes out. Alou right at the center fielder, and a 1-2-3 outing here. Phillip down on strikes. Slamus to the second baseman and tossed out first. Gagne gets a hold of that one, but it's actually a line drive to the right field. Danks up the middle. Leadoff single there. Trantow goes down on strikes. Bailey the third hits this one into center field, but the right fielder will catch it. Caliente stares at a strikeout, and just like that, another inning gone by. Ground to second baseman, no thrown there as Becker gets an infield single. That is a double play ball, and they will turn it. Callahan underneath that one. That one will be caught into left field and no 3 outs. Plainview up the middle. Leadoff single here for the Wheelers. Make that a double as that's probably going to be an error charge to the center fieldsman. And it is. This one is popped up in the infield and caught. That's past the first baseman. Runner is coming home, and Wheelers will be on the board here. 3-1 now with a single by 43. This one's popped up. Caught by the first baseman. Alou. Wild pitch. Sends 43 up to second. Walk here by Alou. As Swishman's pitch count is at 72 already. They walk another one here, so bases loaded, 2-out situation for Trantow. And that's going to be right at the shortstop. Out is made at second base. This one is skied by Crazy Tomato 2 and caught. Bonga to the pitcher. They're going to make the play at first. Prosper. Going to draw a walk. Phillip gets a hold of that one, but that one probably will end a bit shy as it does. There's an out. Wheeler's able to keep this lead just at 2. Walk here by Bailey the third. They haven't stolen in a while. Let's see if they go for it. Pitching change as Mira Waters the fifth is able to get Caliente to stare at a strikeout. There goes the runner. They're safe. Eliminating that double play possibility. Plainview down on strikes, though. Gino Wallace. That one is going to be over the center fielder's head. That is 3-2 now. Nice 2-out double from them to cut the lead down to just 1. But 43 will follow it up with a strikeout. Wheeler's chipping away here. Florida's offense has been quiet since the first. Slamus will put that one into the outfield, though, for a single. Gagne skies this one in the center. That is caught. This one is hit in front of the plate, but runner runs that one out. He's able to make it a first. That's a three pitch level single right there. Pop fly there, so runners remain on first and second. Runners are going on that one, and that's going to drop into center field. Here comes the runner around third. They are going to be safe. Florida trying to get some insurance here. 4-2 now. Callahan skies this one. That'll be caught. They'll have to settle for 1. Wheelers have to keep this momentum going. Trying to catch the Mingos. Hartman will draw a walk. Strike out there by Alou. This one's hit hard, but right at the center fielder. Trantow skies this one, and that is caught by the second baseman. Moving to the bottom of the 6th here. Eagles offense woke up a little bit there for an inning. Strike out there by Bonga, though. Prosper is going to pop this one up. Barely makes it past the pitcher's mound. Then Phillip grounds out to shortstop. Wheelers down to their last 9 outs here. Only down by 2. Bats need to get working, though. Bailey the third will ground out to the second baseman. Toss it at first. Caliente draws a walk. Callahan. Oh, sorry, not Callahan. Plainview strikes out. Gino Wallace, red hot, is going to have this die in the dirt, but no throw made as it was handcuffed, the second baseman. That's to the third. They'll get the runner at second, and just like that, that offensive threat dies. Joe Random comes in. That is right at the third baseman there by Slamus. Gagne. Center fielders run quite a ways for this, but will get there. And then this one's hit into left and caught. Wheelers trying to will their offense. Do they have a late rally in them like the Mingos have had the last couple games? Lead off pop fly here by Hartman. Alou goes down on strikes. Danks also goes down on strikes. Florida hoping to increase that lead. I mean, more or less just hoping to hold, period, at this point. Callahan gets a hold of that one. That one's got some carry on it. And gone into right field. Solo blast. Is that the dagger by the Mingos? Crazy Tomato 2 pops this one into center field. That'll be caught. One out. Left to go. Bunga will pop up. Trantau, Bailey III, Caliente. The season rests on your shoulders. Trantau, pop up to center field. Caught. Bailey III, strikeout. It all comes down to Caliente. Colt Faction is in. Ground out to second base, thrown at first, and just like that, the Mingos sweep the Wheelers 4-0. That is going to do it as the Mingos win this one, back on top as they get another title to their franchise history. Dustin Becker ends up being our series MVP. Came through huge the last two games. Velo will get the loss. Waters V the win. Jones the hold. Player of the game is Tommy Callahan. Checking our playoff coverage, we did see Dustin Becker was our MVP. They had a 529, 574, 941 stat line. 9 hits, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Callahan actually almost identical. Came up 1 hit short to Ty Becker. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Parquad does. Does any of the Mingos GMs have the streaming server access? They want to hop in chat for a bit, they can. If not, I can always head to general server.
Hello, Rick.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good.
Here, I gotta boost you a bit. All right. So, how's it feel? 4 games to nothing.
Yeah, no, it was a scary thing as when we were doing our testing last night. It was basically like a coin flip. But the crazy part that kind of had me a little worried was that almost in every sim we were doing, we were winning more games, but losing more series. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. But, I mean, we've been to the World Series now 3 of the last 4 seasons, and to finally come away with another one is very exciting. And we're just getting super lucky with the guys we're getting on the club. We had some big users, fall off and not fall off, but just get called up, things like that. So now getting a fantastic rookie class in again this season to get us back to the promised land is pretty great.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a pretty disgusting run by both teams here. If we look at some of the winners here over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons. Now, between yourselves and Anchorage has won 2 of the last 5, and you guys as well have won 2 of the last 5. With the Dillos being the lone upset there between all of that.
Yeah, and that's the one that always still hurts me. Is I think that was, I think the best team I've ever GM'd was that Dillos loss. And then it seems like ever since then, we somehow have put up worse teams than that, but also have just performed better in the playoffs, so we'll take that. And then this was the first playoffs that my player performed, which was nice to see. But then having guys that have been slow earners, but kind of really good, like heart of the lineup type guys like Dustin Becker, the World Series MVP, getting 7 hits in those last 2 games was insane. So it's fun to finally see, when it all comes together and starts working with what you've been building towards, as you would know, as a GM, things like that.
Right on. So where do you see yourselves heading into next season? Do you think there will be some talent bleed happening with call-ups, or do you guys expect to retain?
I think we're going to be losing pitching, just as it seems like every season every team does in the minors. But I think for the most part we're only losing like 1 or 2. I think we're losing 2 bats right now. So I think we're still in a good place to hopefully be very competitive again next season. So I'm still feeling good that we should be another playoff team next year. And this kind of we have got lucky with how we've been getting our late round picks and our waivers, of just kind of being able to stick around for usually that 3 or 4 season mark, especially for our lineup, so that we can focus on pitching and a lot. So yeah, I'm excited, and I think we have a good chance to at least get to the playoffs again next season.
The one thing I always find interesting about the minors is, obviously drafting is so incredibly important for teams with essentially I would say like a 3, maybe 4 year window max that you have to try and really push for core. And the total lacks of trades for teams that I feel like should go for it more. Like if you are 2 years in and you have a bunch of actives from a really good draft, I'd like to see more GMs really grab some key actives from the teams that aren't gonna really have a chance for it. And I just feel like it doesn't happen enough in the minors.
Yeah, and I think that's just part of I know for me, where we got burned on a couple trades just because of the lack of prospects, and now that we're getting these larger classes again, the trades just aren't happening, because if you kind of have that, what happens if we go back to a 30-man class or a 25-man class? So it's like the trade market for draft picks has drastically changed. I know what it was 2 seasons ago, we had made some trades to jump up to the first round because we kind of got blindsided by some call-ups. And then we tried, I think our first pick was like 23 or whatever, and I tried literally for 1 to 22 to trade for picks, and it just wasn't happening. And so it's like, I think at this point, I'd rather keep my picks at this point and make sure I can build something, because it's just like, until we can continue the smooth sailing, which it seems like, I will say, fantastic job to the recruiting team that they've been doing. It seems like we're back onto that. All right, we're at least having 40 plus in the draft class for the minors. But I think that the terror of having 3 or 4 seasons of 30 or less draftees is still in the mind of a lot of the GMs, including me. So I think that's kind of why. Like, I know my first season as GM in the minors, we made trades because we had a call up mid-season, and then we're like, all right, well, then we made some trades right then and there to get the World Series win, which it worked, yeah. But then we also weren't worried about, next class is only going to be 30 people, so we won't have anybody to pick.
Yeah, I think the next couple seasons, if the amount of particular turnaround that we see is in line with the original draft, is I think season 35, it was 34, 35, kind of 36, less so 37. There was a range there where there were some pretty hardy drafts, and a lot of those players are probably getting close to retirement and recreate. So, for myself, I'm 35, 36, one or the other. And I'm 2 years out. So, and a lot of Toronto's core is made from the 35 class. So a lot of those players are starting to retire now. So I think you'll see another bump here. Just whether there can be some padding with the other players coming in. But
yeah, for sure.
Congratulations.
It's fun to see. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Once again. Pretty much easiest stream I think I've ever done. Hour and 17 minutes. So we'll get this uploaded. Obviously, thanks for joining. Now would be the time if anyone has any Ask the Booth questions. It can be related to the PBE. If you're curious about how some of the next little bit's going to go with the World Series later tonight. And then after that, really, we're into the off season. What to expect as far as next events after that. I can try to help the best I can with that, and that kind of stuff. Who do I got? To be honest, I've been away last week, so I wish I was able to pay more attention to the majors kind of playoffs than I have. Both teams went 4-1 in the last round, right? I think Indy's coming out of the tougher conference overall, and I really don't think they made that many step backs from last year, whereas Providence has kind of been on this, like, they kind of dip a bit, they're kind of up a bit. Their division has kind of just been rotating around them, with OBX kind of down, and now they're like super up. Buffalo was kind of on the cusp, and now they're down, and I don't know. I feel like it is in Indy's favor for a potential repeat, but for Providence to beat both OBX and New York and make it here, I mean, that's pretty good. They didn't have to play kind of essentially any of the... Oh, no, sorry, they beat Toronto. That was the other team they beat. Yeah, we weren't very good this year. Yeah, I don't know. They made it there. I feel like this is a series that's going to probably go at least 6. But I mean, I'm sure teams thought this one was going to go longer too. So, yeah. Pretty sure hit save. We'll hit save again, and we'll start to get this uploaded. How many players did Flamingo?
Yeah, so I was going to say, I see RCGG there. I think we kind of got super lucky, as like you would say, all those non-specified. Our entire bullpen that we used was all not bots. So I think we had 7 relievers, and 4 of them are active. So we just got super lucky being a full, bullpen. We are losing at least one of them, which is unfortunate. We're losing a starting pitcher. We're losing both rental trade and Swishman, and we're losing 2 bats. But I think, thankfully, like I was saying, these draft classes being larger, we should be able to replenish that pretty easily while still having our 7, 8, and 9 hitters now getting to that 350 TPE mark next season. So I still think we'll be pretty competitive, as I had said. But we're losing, I think, 4 as of right now, with the possibility of 5. But I don't think that's too hard to replace.
Also, I'm not sure if you saw my graphic to start the stream, but fix your damn team pages.
But all right, I will let you go, sir, and appreciate you for having us in the booth and doing a great job streaming.
All right, thank you. Congrats, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thanks, Rabbit. You too.
All right. Yeah, we're just waiting for this to upload. If people want to duck out, they totally can. If they want to keep asking some questions, I'm obviously here. Chat away. I'm generally pretty blunt about subjects. I've been here since season 1, so I do have my opinions. I'm excited about tomorrow's race. Lando is like 0 for 7 for leading after the first corner when having pole, but let's have hope he can hold on to it this time. Or at least a McLaren driver can. Is it 9? Well, we'd have to look because the Mounties won a bunch, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Mingos have what? 1. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. I don't think we're close to activating the 10th team still anytime soon into the minors. I think we would need like really solid like 50 player drafts times like 3-4 seasons for that to even be a reality. Oh yeah, I guess I could. Sorry. Yeah, I'm dumb hummus. I always forget you can literally sort everything on the index. Um, yeah, just because the majors, we've had a couple weak drafts in the majors, kind of scattered here throughout. Like it's been a really long time since we've had 2 or 3 consecutive like legitimately strong drafts in the majors. So, and I mean the easiest way to tell that is always look at the inactive bidding during the first Wednesday of the off season. Is if you see like an insane amount of bids happening and teams trying to outbid one another on players, um, generally that means that there is not a lot of high quality inactives that teams need to fill roster spots. And I just feel like if you go look at inactive free agents, it's a really not ideal list. Like your top inactive free agents probably like 600 TPE. So, because the problem is still at the majors, you're going to see a lot quicker call-ups than what you normally would in the past. So that's going to keep the minors kind of emptier than what might be intended at times. If that makes sense, RC. How did I spend a week away? Oh, well, I mean, we have a almost 17-month-old, so our options are pretty limited. I'm not one of those psycho people that decide to fly on planes and stuff with a child that young. There's just no way. Um, he would not deal well with that. So we kind of staycationed, which we didn't stay home, but we went and visited my dad and his significant other, and we just kind of stayed there for the week. They have a pool, and their backyard is like secret garden. Like there's just so many plants everywhere, and they have like a million bird houses and bird feeders. So there's birds there constantly of like every kind of, you know, type that you could think of. So it was just like a lot of fun with him there. And the city that they live in built a massive playground with these giant pavilions and stuff. So he had a blast with that. I mean, as much as the 17-month-old can, he spent a lot of time just standing there staring, watching the other kids run around screaming. But he had fun for what he could. So, yeah, we're home now. Back to work on Monday. He's out today with the wife. They went to a sunflower field while I do the stream. And then now that I'm done, I'm probably going to hit up some laundry. I mean, yes, RG. I mean, I think I've toyed with an idea like that. Like, if you know that your player is going to be retired, like if you declare your retirement early. So if I were to 100% know that I'm not retiring this year, but the year after, that if I could declare that, meaning there's no way for me to reverse that, so I could start my recreate a season earlier, and then, you know, they can't be called up in the time that my old player is alive, right? So they would have to, at a minimum, stay down at least 2 seasons before getting called up or something, or being draft eligible. I think that idea could be kind of cool, because then it would allow people who are just fighting regression to maybe, you know, be like, I want my player to last another 2 seasons, but it does kind of suck when you know that all the points you're putting in are just going to get taken potentially the next season. So it can be kind of demotivating. But that's a really big hard sell for all the management to align with that. So it's been an idea I think I've toyed with and tossed around, but I have a lot of those, and a lot of those are just, you know, 50-50. Some people like them, some hate them. So yeah, he definitely loves all the sights and sounds. He's a very active kid running around. Um, yeah, I mean, we have rough house time all the time. He loves going up in the bed, and I throw pillows at him and pick him up by his ankles and throw him into piles, and he absolutely adores it. Gives his grandparents heart attacks, but, I mean, he's fine. I mean, the minors flush yeah, it does make a lot of sense. I think biggest problem is because of the early call-ups. You have players getting called up at like 400 TPE, and getting called up at that just honestly never ends well. Honestly, anything sub 700 seems to just murderize players a lot of the time, minus maybe being a reliever or getting really lucky with being like a strong team as a smaller bat. But I have ideas how that could be fixed, but I mean, this is stuff that, might seem great to 8 of the 16 GMs, but then the other 8 think it's absolutely insane. So I definitely think there's ways that we could fix stuff without having to completely rework the TPE scale, but not every idea would be agreed upon by the greater whole, so sometimes that's why ideas get shut down. Personally, I'd like to see like draft picks expedited so players can get to higher TPE quicker if they max earn, so that first round picks would feel like high first round picks. Because right now, you could have someone who's as active or almost as active as the first overall pick and still have the same TPE as them despite being 15 picks less. But I feel like if you're picking first overall, that player should like be able to make an impact within a season or two, like legitimately on the stat sheet. But right now it's your first overall could be as good as your 16th overall. All right, that's done. So let's go into finish the last part of the upload, and then we are good to go. The thing always will be for longevity of your player is you need the funds. So if you're starting a season with 20 million and equipment costs 18 and you want to max earn, and that's how you're starting every season, I mean, it's fine. It kind of gets you where you need to be. But I think having a buffer in your bank to show off, to be like, hey, even if I quit all my jobs and, I wasn't quite as active, I still have enough money that I could still max earn for 5 seasons. I mean, I think that shows a lot as well for like your draft stock and honestly longevity of your player, because point tasks and stuff are nice, but the weekly training and the other stuff you buy is what's going to keep vaulting you forward. All right, let's double check. There we go. Index is updated for everyone. We kind of looked at the overall stats and stuff, but yeah, it's on there now. The majors, I just want to double check. Yeah, it doesn't start till the 14th, so we're good to go on the file. Because it doesn't start for quite a while, everyone should be rested, good to go. We don't need to reset fatigue. I did anyways. But the majors is at 6 p.m. tonight, so hopefully we see everyone there. If not, then yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for joining me.